Welcome to East Lansing, Michigan, Spartan Stadium and home of the Michigan State Spartans. And the Spartans will kick it away to start. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So the Michigan Wolverines... will start this game off. A state divided. They started playing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy, the big wooden lumberjack, back in the early 50s when Sparty joined the Big Ten.
And it's so nice to have you, Reese, to have all those data from when you were in high school and when you were in college back in the 50s. And you know the records so well at these games, but it matters. And their comments fly week to week for these guys. Michigan, Michigan State. And it is intense, and the hatred runs deep.
Can you just imagine Reese riding to school in his Ford Model T back in the day? How nice that would have been, just putting along, getting to school, making sure all his homework's done, just looking like the man on campus. I'll tell you, there's a lot of familiarity in this game. A lot of these high school players grew up playing with or against each other.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They'll go to the counter play. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
The returner brings it out to the 30, and the Michigan offense will take over.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Trying to get behind the defense. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the Wolverines are in the red zone. Looking to pass. It's Turbin. Got his man quickly. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds a man on the right. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air, it's Turbin. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. But no, the officials are saying he was out of bounds, and the quarterback might want to rethink taking a chance like that. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines! Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Michigan 23, Michigan State 0.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. 1st down here for the offense. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win. And boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors. And you heard a lot about little brother and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand. And Michigan State has heard that call a ton.
And that's just been a narrative that we've heard throughout the years, too. And it's something that people love talking about in Ann Arbor is that they are the dominant team. And it's not even close in this in-state rival.
And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. Hold it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Michigan 30, Michigan State 0.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Farmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's 1st quarter, just don't worry about it. There's time, but this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. The Spartans decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He's got great speed, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Oh, he wants it all. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
that teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, the running back has it. At midfield, he's got room. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Not the most productive pass for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Spartans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Spartans! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. You just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Turbin. Got the back over the middle. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Snagged in the middle. It's Walters. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wants to throw on 2nd down. He'll take a shot. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6.
Michigan State, 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Looking to throw on second down. Turns it loose deep. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. First down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. On the move is the 30. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898. Deep shot for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're talking about ranking trophies.
You want to talk about leg talent? That kid just made that kick 40-plus yards into the wind. That's incredible.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's looking to throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a score.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that.
Touchdown Wolverines! And the route is on. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
54, Michigan State, 7.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside give. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move, he fires. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. And the Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Touchdown, Michigan! And the beatdown has ensued. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Michigan, 61. Michigan State, 7. Return runs out of bounds.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. It's complete. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Off play action. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Now on 2nd and goal. On the option. He'll keep it himself. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Turbin. Fires to the end zone. He makes a grab. Jumped on top of the pile.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great...
Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You've got a chance to keep fighting, show them what's inside your chest.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Power football with the run. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. Makes a move. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. A 1st down for the offense. On the option. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They want to run it left here. At the 45 on its way. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Man, this is a punch to the gut when you know you're losing and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Rides to the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Wolverines will try to punch it in on first and goal. Dumps it off in the flats. Touchdown Wolverines! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
A strike downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's first and 10 from the 38. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on first and 10. They'll run the counter. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And this has been a rough day for this offense. And finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Still running at the 40. The expressway is wide open. Past the 10. Touchdown, Michigan! And the pummeling has started. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on second and long from the 17? He's looking to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game. Slips through the line.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Let's go. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the route is on. Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Iowa State somehow, some way, found a way there in Ames and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, and it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Here comes the offense on first down. The option look. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. They'll test the right side. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs.